Welcome back everyone. Welcome to day 21, our beginners yoga series. As I mentioned, the last 1/3 of this series will be more about standing posture. So let's get started. So from seated position to get into a standing position, there are two different ways for a transition. Either you get into your standing position from tabletop or from downward facing dog. Definitely there are other positions or other transitions too. You need to warm up your wrist for your downward facing dog. So thumb and fingers out. One more time. That's it. Stretch your fingers and use your right hand to press it back and down. Let's do it with the other hand. And down. Please roll the shoulders down and away. And now remember these two movements in your down dog. So your shoulders shouldn't be here. Sometimes if we are in an inversion or down dog, we just don't realize where our shoulders are. So if your shoulders are close to your ears, remember you need to bring them down and you need to keep your chest open. Alright, your fingers should be widely spread to distribute the weight and take it away from your wrist. Okay, so let's get started. So from this tabletop position, two ways. Either you can simply step your right foot forward to get into your low lunge, or another way is to get into a downward facing dog again. We haven't done downward facing dog in this series. So what I like to do downward facing dog is from this tabletop position, first I will lift my hips up and then adjust it later. Few people like to walk their hands forward first and then lift up. So it all depends on how long or how short your limbs are, and you really need to adjust it here. And down dog is nothing but inverted V position. So first let's do 3 rounds of cat and cow just to warm up the spine. So breathing in and out. Inhale, exhale, breathe in and out. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. So for downward facing dog, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, and now make sure your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. If you have really tight hamstring, then you might struggle with your heels, that they will be somewhere here and will not touch the mat. And that's fine. Just bend your knees in that case and think about pressing your chest towards your thighs somewhat like this, sending the hips as high as possible. And if you can, then press your heels down. Hands shoulder width apart, spread the fingers wide and have a gap between each finger. Now from this down dog, remember you have an option to stay in your tabletop. We're going to warm up our right hip, so stretching the right leg up and then opening the right hip out by bending the knee. So reaching the knee up towards the ceiling and the foot towards your hips. Holding it here. 5, 4, try not to hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. With control, we're going to step the right foot forward in between our hands and then drop the back knee down. This is our low lunge or Anjaneyasana. So we're going to hold it here, breathing in. And on breathe out, I'm going to stretch my front leg and flex through the toes. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, come back. One more, breathing in and out. Go forward again. Okay, let's find a standing position now. So tuck your back toes under and now lift your back knee up. Straighten, keep the front knee bent, but your back heel is not touching the mat. We are into our high lunge now, Ashtachandrasana. So lower belly in so that your spine is flat and you're not arching. Reach your hands up. Now the same thing as we did in low lunge. Inhale, we're going to straighten the front knee. Exhale, we are going to rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Breathe in and out. Let's hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now carefully hands down. We are going to step back into a downward facing dog. So whichever way easy for you. If you took the transition from tabletop, then drop the back knee down first and find your tabletop. But if you were taking it from down dog, from this position, step your right foot back, and again we are in inverted V position. So let's take 3 deep breaths here. Keep pressing your chest back, maybe paddle your feet, getting some more mobility into our hamstrings before we go to the left side. One more breath. And let's start. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend your left knee, open your hip. Spread the fingers wide, press your chest back, holding it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten and square, step the left foot forward, back knee down. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Breathing in and out. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and out. Well done. Low lunge. Now let's get into a standing position. So tuck your back toes under and we lift with control. Stretch your arms up. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in and out. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hands down. Down dog. Either stay in your down dog or find your tabletop position. Alright. So let's wind this class here. Taking some gentle back bends or releasing the neck. So down dog sometimes way too much for your wrist and your shoulders. So make sure you warm up your wrist before you get into it, especially if you have weak wrist. Roll the shoulders. Releasing the neck. Some side bend. That's it. One more thing before we finish. So for your low lunge, make sure your front knee and ankle is in one line and your knee is not overshooting your foot. Second, your feet should be hip width apart. So if you can see, there's a line in the middle of my mat. My feet are away from the midline. So if you keep your feet somewhere in one line, you will be losing your balance, especially in high lunge. So keep your feet hip width apart roughly or maybe wider. Another thing, when you lift up for your high lunge, in the beginning, you won't be able to bend your front knee too much. In that case, have a tiny bend. Gradually, you will be able to split your legs here and then going down with this knee here. Alright, so go easy, take your time. Everything comes with the practice. Alright, so let's finish here. Breathing in and out. Namaste. See you tomorrow for day 22. Till then, bye-bye and take care.